Hey, how are you, my friends? I'm meteorologist Jason Lindsey with Hooked on Science. I hope you and your family are safe and well as we continue to battle COVID-19. We are about to do some mind-blowing science experiments. Experiments which use ingredients from around the house. That means you could try them at home. But first, kids, before you do any science experiments, have an adult around. Wear the appropriate safety gear and please do not eat or drink your science experiments. One of my favorite science experiments is one that I like to call the excellent egg drop. We're going to set up a few things that you might find there in the kitchen. That includes a glass, okay? In this case, I have a vase with water in it, an egg, a pie pan, and then something you'll find in the bathroom called a toilet paper tube. Let's set everything up just perfect here. Everything needs to be aligned just right on top of everything, right in the center. How in the world do I get the egg inside of the vase of water without breaking the egg? It's all about pushes and pulls. A push or a pull is a force. A push or a pull is a force. Some objects require a harder push or pull because they have more mass. I have more mass than a preschooler, so if we had the same floor underneath us, the same shoes on, it would be harder to push me because I have more mass than the preschooler. Okay, how do I do this? What's your hypothesis? Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. What I'm going to do is apply a force to the pie pan. That should allow me to push the pie pan and the toilet paper tube in that direction. If the science works, cross your fingers, pick your nose. Okay, joking, don't do that. The egg will resist the change. We call that inertia, and gravity should pull it into the glass of water, or in this case, the vase of water. I'm going to put some goggles on to protect my eyes. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. It worked. Pretty cool. Again, I applied a force to the pie pan that caused my pie pan and the toilet paper tube to go in one direction. Then gravity took over because the egg resisted the change. We call that inertia. And gravity pulled it right into the vase of water. My egg did not break. Awesome experiment. This next one has to do with matter. Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. Matter can exist in 5 states, I know, but we're going to focus on 3. Solid, liquid, gas. My balloon is made up of a solid. It's rubbery. You can stretch it, still a solid. In the inside, or on the inside of my balloon, I have a gas. Remember, matter is made up of small pieces. The smallest unit of matter is an atom. You put together atoms and you get molecules. Okay, look at my balloon, pretty close. Do you notice the end? The ends, both of them, darker. Where it's darker, the smaller pieces of matter are holding hands tightly. Where it's shiny, they're barely hanging on. So if I am going to skewer a balloon like this one, here's my skewer, by the way, I don't go where it's shiny, I go where it's dull. Okay, right here. Okay, turn the balloon around. Takes patience, 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 patience. We're almost there, but we're not yet, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, almost there. And did we make it? We made it. A little bit of air is seeping out, but bottom line, it didn't pop. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? Again, the smaller pieces that make up the balloon, holding hands tightly around the skewer, the air not seeping out. Okay, let's go back to pushes and pulls. A force. Multiple forces acting on my balloon right now. We have air pushing against the sides of it, gravity pulling down equally everywhere. And I can balance it in the palm of my hand. What's going to happen if I take the skewer out? Think so? It's going to pop? Nope. A little bit of air is coming out, but I can still do this. And what happens if I go where it's shiny? It pops. Here's another one of my favorite. It has to do with soaring streamers. What's your favorite color, by the way? Ah, I like that too. But my favorite colors are green and orange. I think I prefer green over orange, by the way. But I like them both. What I'm going to do is use a fast flow of air on top of this. Let's try my breath. Smelly science person breath. It didn't work. Okay. What about a leaf blower? That would work, wouldn't it? Let's try it. It's going to blow out air pretty fast. So a fast flow of air on top, and that fast flow of air on top should help me create lift. And as it helps me create lift, the streamer should fly through the air. Okay, here we go. Oh no, I don't think you can see me anymore. I better remove all of those streamers from around the camera. Pretty cool science experiment. Now remember, again, I want to remind you kids, before you do any science experiments, have an adult around, wear the appropriate safety gear, and don't eat or drink your science experiments. That for sure is one that you need to make sure mom and dad are around, but do it in the living room. Joking. This next one, it's called a bubble snake. You need a few ingredients. Here's what I've done. You'll notice that I've made a bubble wand here. Here's a closer peek at it. Basically, I took a water bottle. I cut it in half. Since I'm an adult, I can use scissors or a knife to do that. Kids, an adult needs to do that for you. And then attached to the end that I cut off, I used a wash rag and secured it on with a rubber band. This is my bubble snake wand blower. Then in this container right here, I have some dish detergent and water. Super saturate the water with dish detergent. Okay, what I'm going to do next is dip my bubble wand into the bubble snake solution, and we're going to create our bubble snake. Just like this. Matter, remember, anything that takes up space and has mass. Matter can exist in three main states. We have solids, liquids, gases. Now I'm going to blow through this. And we have our bubble snake. So the wash rag has tiny little holes in it. Those tiny little holes act as smaller bubble wands, creating tiny little bubbles. They stick together, creating this bubble snake. Whoa, you don't have to worry about this snake biting you. It's fun, it's cool, it's awesome. Do this one in the backyard. It does make a big mess. Don't forget, for these experiment, oh, there it goes, details, and the free experiment of the week, you can go to hookedonscience.org. Don't forget to follow Hooked on Science on Facebook and Instagram. Just look for Hooked on Science.